Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Northern Ag TV. Well, if you haven't pulled out the turkey out of the freezer yet, you might want to consider trying beef or pork as a new Thanksgiving tradition. USDA recommends everyone allow a turkey to thaw out in the fridge for 24 hours for every 5 pounds that bird weighs. However, a cold water thawing process is a possible solution, as USDA says to put that turkey in a leak-proof package or a plastic bag and submerge it in cold water with a possible defrosting time of 30 minutes for every pound that bird weighs. That recommendation says change the water every 30 minutes to ensure a thorough thaw and cook that bird immediately after thawing process has been completed. The USDA's Big Thaw article did wrap up by saying cooking that frozen state is fine, but just be prepared to add 50% more cooking time on your day. Well, 3 eastern Montana counties are raising their concerns over a proposed wind farm from a private company. Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen joined our sister network Voices of Montana this week to share his thoughts on the proposal that was brought before the state land board, which he sits on. Knudsen said the project approval was postponed while the board gathered more information and noted that the way landowners make more money on that typically comes from government subsidies, which could be limited in this next administration.
If Donald Trump and a Republican Congress and Senate come in and they reverse those Green New Deal policies and take that heavy subsidy away, you're going to have a wind farm that's dead and just sitting out there on the landscape, not turning, not producing energy, because they're not an efficient form of energy. If these things were so great, you'd see them more in the private market and people will be putting them up because they pay. These don't. They're not efficient energy. I don't see myself voting for this proposal.
Now, Knudsen also noted that topic could potentially be on the agenda at the next state land board meeting, which is set for December 16th. And wrap it up with the NFR just a week away. Many contestants, fans, and vendors are getting ready to make the trek to the City of the Lights. One of those vendors at the Cowboy Christmas, of course, is Bloomer Trailers, who makes those luxurious horse trailers and other stock trailers. One of their trailers going to be showcased by SOM Trailers out of Missouri is a 2024 living quarters 4-horse trailer that offers 3 slide outs, a gourmet kitchen, a 50-inch and a 40-inch TV, a washer dryer, a fireplace, a bathtub shower combo, a room to sleep 6 people comfortably, and that's all spread out throughout 27 feet of living quarters with an additional 18 feet of horse hauling and tack space, making that overall length of the trailer right at 53 feet long, and all carried on 3 10,000-pound air ride axles, all under those 19.5-inch tires, and a total feet of 9 feet tall. What will it cost, you say? Well, bring a check worth $559,000 and you'll get the keys to that luxurious ride and $50 back to spend however you want. Well, we'll be back in a little bit to look at some of your cattle markets.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Talking with someone that you know is stressed out, those are difficult things to approach, but if you're good friends with those people, reach out and say, I'm here to talk to you. We can find somewhere to get some assistance. It's hard to get involved, but at the same time, you want to just say, hey, there is help available.
For more tips in dealing with stress in agriculture or for free counseling for egg producers, visit beyondtheweather.com.
The feeder cattle markets continued their climb yesterday as they continue to analyze what that restricted live cattle imports from Mexico could mean for U.S. producers. Cash cattle trade will likely be limited this week due to the holiday schedule. However, I do imagine feedlots are finding themselves well into that driver's seat position as those asking prices are what they want to save for, and they're likely not going to settle for less than steady prices. As a local auctions, bred cows have been getting some of the spotlight during this fall run as of lately. For Billings Livestock, it was their annual Thanksgiving week stock cow special that featured over 1,100 head of bred cows. Prices were not quite as on fire as we've seen lately due to the offering being a little less attractive, according to that USDA report. And the grain markets did see some positive dollars despite President-elect Donald Trump announcing Monday evening of his plans to implement a 25% tariff on imports from both Mexico and Canada, with an additional 10% tariff on imports from China on his first day in office. This, of course, sets the stage for some retaliatory tariffs from all three of those countries, which are likely to target agricultural commodities. The markets were initially slow to react to the news, likely due to the oversleepy tone in the general sense of the holiday week. But by mid-morning, traders had stepped into that renewed round of selling, despite the wheat markets finishing their day just on a touch of a higher note. Well, that is going to wrap us up on today's Northern Ag TV. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.